Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, July 7th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 684 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Eric Adams, ex-policeman wins NYC Democratic mayoral primary. Billionaire's daughter-in-law seeks donations to fight manslaughter rap. A beautiful family, loved ones mourn Guru parents, 2 daughters in Miami Beach funeral. 6 months after Capitol insurrection, the suspect who planted pipe bombs near the DNC and RNC headquarters has not been arrested. Rise of Moore's members, arrested after Massachusetts freeway standoff with police, clash with judge. Extremely concerning, 17 deaths reported in Springfield area amid COVID-19 surge. White man who pushed black neighbor in racist rant arrested after protesters show up at his home. California steels itself for another heat wave as climate change and drought take their toll. Teen dies after jumping from moving car during argument with mom, Texas sheriff says. Police confirm missing 5-year-old from Lexington has been returned home safe. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. The match 4 results, golf highlights, Aaron Rodgers, Bryson DeChambeau take down Tom Brady, Phil Mickelson, CBSSports.com. Pfizer vaccine protection takes a hit as Delta variant spreads, Israeli government says, CNN. Woman killed by grizzly bear while camping in Montana, NBC News. Dow Jones futures fall, Amazon, Shopify lead 5 techs in buys owns, Tesla falls as China, energy stocks hit hard, Investors Business Daily. Eric Adams wins Democratic primary for NYC mayor, The New York Times. Phoenix Suns' Dario Saric injures knee, exits Game 1 of NBA Finals against Milwaukee Bucks, ESPN. Everything, not, in the new old Nintendo Switch, IGN Daily Fix, IGN. NASA is actively searching for intelligent life in the universe and is looking for habitable planets, official says, CNBC. Delta is now the dominant coronavirus variant in the U.S., NPR. Mysterious population of rogue planets spotted near the center of our galaxy, see Tech Daily. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. GOP lawmaker sued over inciting insurrection, Trump White House made me do it. Marjorie Taylor Greene's Holocaust Museum visit fails to stop her vaccine comparisons. Britney Spears' attorney asks to resign from conservatorship role. GOP Rep Adam Kinzinger suspects certain lawmakers knew what was coming on January 6. MyPillow CEO dubiously predicts Donald Trump's lies will be proven true. Pentagon chief allows Naval Academy grad to pursue NFL career. Sha'Carri Richardson won't compete in any Tokyo Olympics events. Eric Adams wins New York City mayoral primary. This man's illustrations about life with his boyfriend are absolutely adorable. Val Kilmer looks back on his career, throat cancer battle in powerful new documentary. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Cops say boy lied about being shot in drive-by. Parents seek emergency visa to see injured son. Man rushes into burning garage to save truck. Man hit while towing car dies. Man dies after falling into brush fire. College starts on Rosh Hashanah, upsetting some. Woman tells of abuse, recovery. Vietnam veterans share special bond. Just so senseless, 20-year-old college student hit by stray bullet dies. 86-year-old woman, dog, killed in crash. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Death toll in Florida condo collapse rises to 36. Virus surges in U.S. detention centers holding migrants. Biden makes new push for vaccinations, but experts say more is needed. Eric Adams wins Democratic primary for NYC mayor. At site of condo wreckage, twisted metal and daunting questions. Eric Adams, the Brooklyn borough president, ran as a blue-collar New Yorker. Catherine Garcia is seeking additional clarity. Maya Wiley criticizes election officials. Taliban try to polish their image as they push for victory. Attempted hack of RNC and Russian ransomware attack test Biden. Sha'Carri Richardson will miss Olympics after not being chosen for relays. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. April Lovegeary bears her behind in cheeky Instagram post, save a horse. Tucker Carlson, if you question critical race theory, crazed ideologues will attack you and hurt your children. Iowa man charged after allegedly bringing loaded rifle with laser scope to Chicago hotel overlooking beach. Chris Paul shines as Suns down Bucks in Game 1. WAPO urges U.S. to get serious on COVID origins after calling Wuhan lab leak theory debunked conspiracy. Florence Pugh reveals why she thinks her relationship with Zach Braff bugs people. Britney Spears' sister shares holiday photos as it's reported she's only family member not on Star's payroll. Air Force Academy professor pushes for military academies to teach critical race theory. Reynolds walk-off walk gives Pirates 2-1 win over Braves. Sharon Stone, 63, hanging out with rapper RMR, 25, report. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, July 7th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. TPC Deere Run Profile, John Deere Classic Home A Good, Straightforward Golf Course. Baseball Report, Cubs losing streak reaches 10 games. Child tax credit, who will get a monthly check? Child tax credit, 3 IRS tools to help you get what you're owed. Fourth stimulus check, is another relief payment coming? Child tax credit, what does the updated credit mean for families? Child tax credit, IRS facing possible implementation problems for monthly check. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Eric Adams declared winner of the New York City primary. Tamsin Outhwaite saves 3 children from drowning at 7-year-old's birthday party. Tennis fan Rachel Johnson argues the only thing Emma Raducanu has to fear is fear itself. Scarlett Johansson is pregnant. Black Widow star secretly expecting child with husband Cullen Jost. Science scheme to beat diseases in 10-year plan. Prince William, Boris Johnson and Emma Raducanu lead battle cry as England prepare for semi-final. More men than women died in England and Wales last year, the first time since 1981. Euro 2020, Italy beat Spain on penalties to seal their place in Sunday's final. More than 100 animals killed in blaze at zoo as flames rip through barn. Andy Murray, Gary Lineker and Marcus Rashford defend Emma Raducanu. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. The Taliban advance is accelerating. Spike Lee, Annette kick-off 74th Cannes Film Festival. Officials, storm lashing Florida strengthens into hurricane. More than 1,000 Afghan soldiers flee into Tajikistan as Taliban extends control, Tajik officials say. Plane crash kills 28 in eastern Russia. Second chemical fire at Bangkok factory highlights health risks. COVID-19 global updates. Britain's daily infections could reach 100,000 this summer, Health Secretary says. 5 dead in southern Mexico from mudslide, drowning. U.S. senators wrap up talks in Mexico on migration issues. Raffaella Carr, Italian superstar of music and television, dies at 78. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors. The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. NBA Finals 2021 Game 1, Milwaukee Bucks 105-118 Phoenix Suns. A cultural masterpiece, the world's best new public libraries, in pictures. Mexico beauty pageant organizers press ahead. Victims allegedly tortured by New Zealand psychiatrist fear time is running out for justice. Euro 2020, what would it mean if England could actually win? Ex-police captain Eric Adams wins Democratic primary for New York mayor. Britney Spears' court-appointed lawyer asks to resign from conservatorship. Xi Jinping urges countries to confront technology blockades and swipe at U.S. Sha'Carri Richardson left off U.S. relay team, dashing last hope for Olympics. Republican National Committee denies Russian hackers access data. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Eric Adams wins Democratic primary in New York City's mayoral race. Pentagon chief allows Naval Academy grad to pursue NFL job. Worker shot dead on golf course because he stumbled upon crime in progress, police. Elsa strengthens to Category 1 hurricane before Florida landfall, latest forecast. Grizzly bear attacks, kills camper in western Montana. Delaware prosecutor, suspected serial killer indicted. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. COVID, Sydney lockdown extended as Delta outbreak spreads. Florida building collapse, first funerals held for Surfside victims. Dilip Kumar, legendary Indian actor, dies at 98. India COVID-19, the community radio station fighting fake news. The police defecting as a new civil war looms in Myanmar. Rediscovering the African roots of Brazil's martial art capoeira. Why North America's killer heat scares me. Afghanistan withdrawal stokes fears of Al-Qaeda comeback. Cannes 2021, film stars without masks on Cannes red carpet. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Elsa regains hurricane status, roars closer to Florida's west coast, 4M under warnings. Spike Lee, Maggie Gyllenhaal speak of injustices at Cannes. Analysis, AP calls NYC mayoral primary election. Eric Adams wins New York City Democratic mayoral race after keeping narrow lead over Catherine Garcia. I believe they're still alive. On 20th anniversary of Bradley's sister's disappearance, family keeps hope. Remembering those who died in the condo building collapse in Surfside, Florida. Death toll rises to 36 in Surfside condo collapse as rescue effort faces challenges from strengthening tropical storm Elsa. Texas police say puppy snatchers took $11,500 French bulldog from a pet store before being caught. Surfside rescue efforts resume as death toll rises and tropical storm Elsa looms. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. 2 bodies found off Angeles Crest Highway in car tied to missing teens. Everyone's mother found dead in South LA home after being bound and gagged. Suspected DUI driver strikes 2 fruit vendors, killing 1, in Ontario. Excessive heat bearing down on Southern California. Amber Alert issued for missing 2-year-old after mother is slain. Delta variant dominates California coronavirus cases, rapid spread alarms officials. COVID-19 and lasting erectile dysfunction, here's what we know. Giving blood has been off limits for many gay men. A new study could help change that. Do people who got the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine need a booster? She was a watchdog over LA politicians, but they had power over her race. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. The Spanish government approved a law on Tuesday to define all non-consensual sex as rape, part of a legislative overhaul that toughens penalties for sexual harassment and mandates more support systems for victims. It approved the bill 5 years after what became known as the Wolfpack case. New Zealand not willing to risk UK-style live with COVID policy, says Jacinda Ardern. Riot police in Madrid, Spain, responded with brutality and batons to the thousands protesting the killing of Samuel Luis, a gay man whose death has sparked a national outcry. HIV vaccine trial launched at the University of Oxford in bid to end 40-year wait. Not in solidarity with us, Indigenous leaders call for church arsons to stop. UK will stop using coal power in just 3 years. The entire world grovels to the Jews, Belarus dictator Alexander Lukashenko in anti-Semitic outburst. USA walks back, claim Japan would join US in defense of Taiwan if mainland Chinese forces invade. UK to block visas for countries refusing to take back asylum seekers. Brazil gains ground on medical marijuana, in defiance of Bolsonaro. We visited Bitcoin Beach to see how Bitcoin works in El Salvador, AMA. Opponent of Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko jailed for 14 years. Spain says non-consensual sex is rape, toughens sexual violence laws. Hundreds of women protested against so-called honor killings in northeast Syria after the latest murders of young women by relatives in the Kurdish-run region. The demonstrators in the city of Hasaka wore a white t-shirt marked "No to Violence." Canada battles more than 180 wildfires with hundreds dead in heat wave. The next headlines are from Forbes. WWENXT Great American Bash results, winners, news and notes on July 6, 2021. Tarantino buys historic Vista Theater. What does his investment mean for cinema's future? Stray Kids score their first #1 hit on a Billboard chart this week. China tech shares stabilize in US after Diddy probe triggers bloodbath. Adams wins NYC mayoral primary by just 1 point, AP says. As her conservatorship remains in place, Britney Spears' lawyer Samuel Ingham resigns. Dallas Mavericks Nicolo Melli leaving NBA to play for Italy's Olimpia Milano. Tomorrow X Together scores their first radio hit in America with their debut English single. Black Louisiana lawmakers request federal probe into state police after black man dies in custody. RNC denies Russian government hacked its computers. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Genomics charts a deadly bacterium's leap from pigs to humans. Beetles make Teflon to grease their knees. Beware performative reproducibility. What polar researchers have learned from the pandemic. UK biodiversity, close gap between reality and rhetoric. Protect pollinators, reform pesticide regulations. Meth-addicted trout swim for a hit. Biologist who lead Europe's premier research funder. From the archive. COVID-19, living guidelines help fix cracks in evidence pipeline. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,716,636,767 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. 28 books being made into movies and TV series that you should read ahead of their release. Sun Valley Conference has subdued start as moguls convene. Power Book 4, Force showrunner Robert Munich leaves Star series. Italy's thrilling Euro final entry sparks soccer fever at Cannes Film Festival. Mendocino Farms, a Hollywood-esque lunch staple, sees sales rebound after pandemic plunge. Eric Adams wins Democratic primary for New York City mayor. Britney Spears' court-appointed lawyer resigns from conservatorship case. Bird's Brain, how FXX's Dave went from dick joke to must-see TV. Reese Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine exploring possible sale, price could hit $1 billion. Zack Snyder to make sci-fi epic Rebel Moon for Netflix. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Russians try to hack Republican National Committee. Delta is now the dominant coronavirus variant in the U.S. Eric Adams wins the Democratic primary in New York's mayoral race. Britney Spears' lawyer, Samuel Linham III, requests to resign. Bucks and Suns vie for title as injuries and broadcast controversy cloud NBA Finals. A swim cap made for black hair will get a second look from swimming's governing body. Mental health counselors address enormous grief from Surfside families. Iceland finds major success moving to shorter work week. Pentagon scraps $10 billion contract with Microsoft, bitterly contested by Amazon. Here's what the Capitol Police are doing differently 6 months after the insurrection. The following headlines are from The Week. Researchers say ancient bone carving suggests Neanderthals could make art. Elsa is now a Category 1 hurricane. Federal prosecutors say man used a Bible study group as cover for militia. Eric Adams projected winner of NYC Democratic mayoral primary. Tropical storm Elsa expected to become hurricane before making landfall in Florida. Will Biden's pandemic approval hold up? Sha'Carri Richardson won't compete in Tokyo Olympics after being excluded from relay team. RNC again denies that computer systems were breached by Kremlin-backed hackers. The baffling persistence of plagiarism in the internet era. The Taliban was reportedly surprised by its sudden surge of success in Afghanistan. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Drawing power. The next headlines are from Universe Today. The square-kilometer array has gotten the official green light to begin construction. Potentially more subsurface lakes found on Mars. NASA is testing out new composite materials for building lightweight solar sail supports. Astronomers see an accretion disk where planets are about to form. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, July 7th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Are mud volcanoes true volcanoes? How far is a light year? More rogue planets found drifting in Milky Way. The next news is from Politico. What politicos are reading this summer? George Floyd's murder transformed America. Study, Pfizer vaccine less effective at preventing Delta coronavirus cases. Germany arrests suspected double agent accused of spying for China. Blinken meets UIREX detainees. Delta variant makes up more than half of COVID cases in U.S., CDC says. Former Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer gives Newsom $200K to defeat recall. This was not dissent, it was disorder. Biden marks 6-month anniversary of Capitol attack. Adams wins Democratic primary for mayor of New York City. FTC staffers told to back out of public appearances. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Ready to go, Brown back as Power Young Gun returns. Australian News Live, Sydney's lockdown extended, masks will no longer be mandatory in Victorian offices. Flares, 3 a.m. wake-ups, 100 hit Ligon Street to celebrate Italy's Euro 2020 win. Gallery, the best photos from around the world. Fallout to make his Southport Tigers debut this weekend. Challenger shares spike as stake sale fuels takeover talk. Why you'll find this stylish artist in the boys' fashion section. A scandal, Aged Care Royal Commissioner asks what happened on vaccinations. China's targeting of ride-hail giant Didi is a new front in its tech crackdown. Lantana, it will always be relevant as long as human nature stays the same. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The moneyest, I don't want to be taken advantage of. My boyfriend moved in during the pandemic and pays me $400 a month. Encore, proposed legislation would allow $1,000 penalty-free 401k withdrawal. Help me retire, I'm a 55-year-old single mom adopting a teenager. I have $550,000 in my retirement account, make $295,000 a year but would like to retire early, can I? The moneyest, I earn $54,000, my wife earns $28,000, I pay most of our bills, but she's upset that she pays our $3,000 taxes. Russian hackers reportedly targeted Republican National Committee. Elsa hits Florida, how to prepare as climate change delivers another above-normal hurricane season. The Wall Street Journal, Reese Witherspoon's media company explores a sale for as much as $1 billion. Keywords, Biden, January 6th insurrection posed an existential crisis, but democracy did prevail. Inclusion of these U.S. money managers means nearly half of all asset funds managed globally are linked to climate change pledge. AMC stock drops after company decides to not ask stockholders if it can issue more shares. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Huawei takes patent sprawl with Verizon to a Texas jury, Bloomberg. The biggest patent rulings of 2021, a mid-year report, Law 360. McGill University, patently harmful, fewer female inventors a problem for women's health, India Education Diary. Speeding the path to Discovery Night Campus, around the U.S. intellectual property is critical to national security. New York Law Journal, law.com. Patently harmful, fewer female inventors a problem for women's health, McGill Newsroom. Employer-employee patent ownership in India, intellectual property, India, Mondak News alerts. 5 best patent attorneys in Fort Worth, TX, Kev's best. Nigeria, NADAP issues 41 patents on local tech inventions, allafrica.com. Sosai Hectors and Inveni AI enter a multi-target AI-powered and GPCR-focused drug discovery collaboration, PR Newswire UK. The next headlines are from Quartz. Indian auditors are asking Ingos about their Muslim beneficiaries. What is a supply chain cyber attack? The fastest growing remote jobs for U.S. workers without college degrees. The powerful logic of Nicole Hannah-Jones choosing Howard over UNC. Iceland's 4-day workweek trial was a triumph for all. There's one area where Amazon is still struggling to catch Walmart. Watch, Google head of product inclusion Annie Jean-Baptiste on better design practices for more democratic tech. Get ready for the highest U.S. gas prices since 2014. Chinese Premier Li Keqiang meets with UK business leaders. How to develop leadership language that resonates and inspires. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. DRM strikes again. Ubisoft makes its own game unplayable by shutting down DRM server. Judge blocks FBI from moving forward with forfeitures of property seized in U.S. private vault raid. Even Elon Musk makes it clear Starlink could have limited impact, may not be financially viable. Supreme Court rejects another questionable qualified immunity decision by an appeals court. Facebook is banning anyone charged with participating in Capitol Hill insurrection. Daily Deal, Apple AirPods Pro. Law enforcement officer openly admits he's playing copyrighted music to prevent citizens' recording from being uploaded to YouTube. Federal watchdog finds lots of facial recognition used by government agencies, very little internal oversight. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Rachel Nichols. Eric Adams. Weather Channel. Giannis. England vs. Denmark. Rachel Nichols, Jimmy Butler. The match for. Is TikTok down? Chipotle. Lambda variant. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Sydney extends COVID lockdown for another week after New South Wales detects 27 new cases of game-changer Delta variant. Democrat congressman to donate Suki War during Capitol riot to Smithsonian, says January 6 must never be forgotten. Brazil's lower house passes bill that would allow breaking of vaccine patents in case of public health emergency. Biden seeks to get more Americans vaccinated by taking message door-to-door and mobilizing COVID surge response teams. Republicans deny media reports that Russia hacked them during Casio ransomware attack. 100+ protesters show up to drunk and J man's home over racist fight with neighbor that got him arrested. Video. TikTok users flock to Twitter in distress after app goes down. Yes, we found who the propaganda worked on. MSNBC's Chris Hayes attacked for retweeting Chinese anti-gun cartoon. Won't go back into the building. Reporters who survived Capitol riot mocked as Vice says they're still struggling with trauma. Spot on, Italy sinks Spain in shootout to book place in Euro 2020 final after high-class heavyweight showdown at Wembley. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Pressed for answers on Syria cover-up, OPCW chief offers new lies and excuses. CDC insists benefits of mRNA vaccines still clearly outweigh risks of dangerous side effects. Dershowitz predicts charges against Trump or the CFO will be tossed. Japan's number 2 says US and Japan must defend Taiwan together. Weimar, Los Angeles, you cannot go home again. Texas AG, Biden administration on the side of cartels when it comes to southern border. Fake chips flood China market, fill overseas supply chains. Iran, major electricity blackouts during hot summer lead to growing anti-regime protests. U.S. forces are under constant rain of fire in both Syria and Iraq. As pandemic restrictions in India ease, the price of gold swings from a discount to a premium. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Indian cinema legend Dilip Kumar dies at 98. WHO adds life-saving drugs for severely ill COVID-19 patients. Italy edge out Spain on penalties to reach Euro 2020 final. Biden admin extends temporary protected status for Yemenis in U.S. Colombia court accuses soldiers of killing 120 civilians. More opposition leaders detained in Nicaragua crackdown. U.S. European powers condemn Iran uranium metal decision. Tropical storm Elsa gains strength, may become a hurricane. Yellen to press G20 for higher minimum corporate tax rate. Biden administration encouraged by ongoing OPEC talks. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Mitch McConnell promises hell of a fight on radical infrastructure plan. Petition to let Sha'Carri Richardson run in Olympics garners over 500,000 signatures. Some Missouri police departments cut ties with ATF over gun law. Bratton, NY's crime problem began in Albany with criminal justice reforms, now they're trying to fix it after the fact. Former Virginia Democrat Governor Douglas Wilder lights up Terry McAuliffe and Ralph Northam. Likely Manhattan District Attorney vows not to prosecute trespassing, prostitution, resisting arrest. Matthew Dowd, January 6th was worse than 9/11, continuing to rip our country apart. Open borders lobby, red states deploying police to southern border an insurrection that Biden must stop. Oakland police chief on 4th of July violence, 12 hours of nonstop chaos. Working people vote Republican, former Governor Paul LePage launches comeback bid in Maine. The next headlines are from UPI News. Previous false alarm made $150,000 lottery jackpot hard to believe. Watch, Montana Lake visitors rescue skunk with head stuck in pickle jar. Look, stolen purse recovered from storm drain 2 years later. Watch, tree crashes through roof directly over baby's crib. Watch, 118-year-old subway car brought out of retirement for New York parade. Look, driver pulled over in California had satellite dish mounted on hood. Watch, man balances garden hoe on head for over 1/2 hours for Guinness record. Watch, bear takes a dip in kiddie pool behind Idaho home. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Earth Files YouTube channel June 23, 2021, Summer Solstice Celebration, thanks, everyone around the world. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Revolutionary machine that grows new skin for burn patients unveiled. Huge supply of water is saved from evaporation when solar panels are built over canals. 4-day work week is a huge success in Iceland. Honda is designing an ingenious in-shoe navigation system for the visually impaired. Watch this 4-year-old jump into action when air fryer catches fire in kitchen. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, July 7th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Man hit coworker's head with mallet for appearing nude at farm. Methamphetamine in waterways may be turning trout into addicts. Why cops are driving a game truck around New York City. Bumble is opening a restaurant to help people date early again. BA flight forced to land early because of smelly poo. Giant turd closes part of popular York pub. America doesn't run on plant-based sausage, Dunkin' finds. Toy advertised as kid-friendly in Taiwan sings Polish rap about cocaine. Mathematicians prove a 2D version of quantum gravity works. New study indicates conspiracy theory believers have less developed critical thinking abilities. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. The Nintendo Switch Alt is nice, but I still want a Switch Pro for Zelda. JBL 4309 review, these retro speakers create a stunning soundstage. Tencent's creepy new facial recognition system detects kids gaming at night. How does an electric car motor work? Spectacular, neighborhood app next door to go public via spec. With this espresso touchscreen and all these accessories, you can set up to work or play anywhere. Nintendo announces an old Switch and now on swimming in pee. New Yorker or Angelino, your tweets reveal which city you belong to. EV hypercar startup Rimac swallows Bugatti to become Bugatti Rimac. Indian government tells Twitter it's liable for illegal content, but it's not a done deal yet. The following headlines are from Science Daily. RNA vaccine/risk of COVID-19 infection by 91% in fully vaccinated people, study finds. Methane in plumes of Saturn's moon Enceladus, possible signs of life. Enzyme from fungi shows molecules which way to turn. Synthetic biology circuits can respond within seconds. Worms learn how to optimize foraging by switching their response to social cues. Ultra-thin semiconductors electrically connected to superconductors. Bacterial survival kit to endure in soil. New nanotech will enable a healthy electric current production inside the human body, researchers report. Satellite galaxies can carry on forming stars when they pass close to their parent galaxies. New study uncovers how a series of sleep loss impacts mental and physical well-being. The next headlines are from Information Week. How COVID expanded Xiao's power and influence. Define your cloud strategy by starting with why. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, July 7th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. New York students to hear from NASA, JAXA astronauts on space station. NASA announces public meeting on mission equity, request for information. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Protesters voice opinions over critical race theory at Granite School District Board meeting. SLC reports 0 fireworks-related blazes while 2 wildfires were extinguished over holiday weekend. Here's one reason why some are refusing the COVID-19 vaccine. Living in between, how children navigate 2 cultures at once. It's about more than swimming, how a community came together to support Rose Park and Glendale youth. Laptops are coming to students in SLCC prison education program. SLCC graduate brings journey to United States to on-campus mural. Recent SWAT fires along Wasatch Front not connected, investigators say. Utah reports more than 1,100 new COVID-19 cases and 7 more deaths over the holiday weekend. Grasshoppers, crickets hit Utah crops already facing drought. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Bitcoin power plant is turning a 12,000-year-old glacial lake into a hot tub. America used fewer fossil fuels in 2020 than it has in 3 decades. Hackers scrape 90,000 GETTR user emails, surprising no one. VW offloads Bugatti to Rimac to form new EV company Bugatti Rimac. Debit card apps for kids are collecting a shocking amount of personal data. SQL Server beta for Windows Server containers terminated with immediate effect. EU device cracking platform to receive major upgrade. Russian state hackers breached Republican National Committee. Biden sets up tech showdown with right to repair rules for FTC. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Investigators in Betsy Faria murder case find new leads from witnesses who say they were previously ignored. Bailiff hailed hero for saving life of St. Louis County Circuit Court judge. Bear sighting near Warrenton on 4th of July. Fireworks caused damage to 4 homes in St. Charles County. Missouri's agriculture industry updates lawmakers after a year of uncertainty. Neighbors share reactions of truck crashing into Granite City home. Jefferson County Health Department censures one of its members. Missouri medical cannabis sales top $70 million mark. Missouri COVID positive test rate jumps from 4.8% to 10.5% in 1 month. Maplewood chef's dish helped team win reward on Hell's Kitchen. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. As masks come off, doctors see spike in number of sick kids. Convention center gears up for return as emergency migrant shelter closes. Social media plays hand in reuniting woman with lost wedding rings. Woman with blood all over her arrested in fatal National City stabbing. Coronado board votes to appeal CIF sanctions imposed in a tortilla throwing incident, report. Passenger on flight from San Diego fined for violating mask rules, drinking own alcohol. Mexico's Foreign Relations Office lobbies U.S. senators to re-evaluate border restrictions. Baja California governor says there is no migrant crisis at the border. 5 injured in South Bay pileup crash. Man pleads guilty to hit and run in Escondido teen girl's death. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Albania to buy Turkish-made combat drones. NATO scrambles jet 15 times to track Russian military planes over the Baltic. NATO holds large-scale air defense exercises in the Black Sea. U.S. Marine Corps fields new rocket system. Lithuania receives Spike LR missiles for its new fighting vehicles. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Diddy drops 20% after IPO as Beijing tightens data security review. WeChat terminates LGBT plus accounts of Chinese college students in overnight crackdown. China men's basketball to miss Olympics for first time since 1984. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Men arrested in deadly shootings ID'd using COVID vaccination card. Crews respond to fire burning near I-680 in Benicia. Could Florida condo collapse happen in Bay Area? Eyes on Oakland police following deadly weekend crime. California officials scramble to prepare Newsom recall election. Britney Spears' court-appointed attorney resigns. 110-year-old woman says she wouldn't have made it without Hershey's Kisses. 36 dead, 109 unaccounted for as searchers at collapsed sites not seeing anything positive. Treasure found, Utah treasure hunt ends with $10,000 discovery near a trailhead. Teenager dies in sleep after getting COVID-19 vaccine, CDC investigating. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Rodden sharp on a rainy night as White Sox beat Twins 4-1. Golf, Nowlin takes lead at Illinois Women's Open. WNBA teams jockey for position before Olympic break. Baseball, Cary Grove grad Priester will pitch in MLB Futures game. Pirates beat Braves 2-1 on bases loaded walk in 9th inning. 8 down Cubs rebuild could end up looking like 2012. Biden to talk policy, play some politics during Crystal Lake stop. Pritzker signs bill expanding covered Medicaid services. Biden to arrive late Wednesday morning at O'Hare. Critical race theory opponents prompt CLC to delay administrators hiring. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Washington agriculture officials trap over 400 Japanese beetles, concerns infestation is growing. More closures, 10 beaches in Puget Sound closed due to high fecal bacterial levels. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Elsa 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.183 million. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 721. Population affected by Category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Central African Republic, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, July 7th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Chris Paul carries Suns past Giannis, Bucks in NBA Finals opener. Fort Bend Company officials to discuss punishments for drivers who hit people at crosswalks. Man killed in brawl with 2 HPD officers who were trying to detain him, police say. Houston immigration courts resume hearings for non-detained cases. Son shot while fighting with dad in Whole Foods parking lot, Fort Bend Company deputies say. Get the sleep your body deserves with Texas mattress makers. New video shows moment firework exploded in a woman's face in Fort Bend County. FBI SD elementary students to have 30 minutes of recess, among other pay requirements. 12-year-old arm broken by Spring ISD coach during practice drill, dad says. Flash flood watch southwest of Houston. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. New York AG could try to sue gun manufacturers under new law. The latest, new cases in South Korea near its pandemic high. Chinese city on Myanmar border lockdown in COVID outbreak. Virus cases jump 1,200 in South Korea amid slow vaccination. Southeast Georgia braces for Hurricane Elsa's approach. Abbott demands PUC act more aggressively to shore up grid. Armed man killed by police during Paso Robles barricade. Explainer, absentee solidify win for Adams in NY mayor race. For Crowder, Game 1 is a birthday gift like none other. Yasmani Grandal out 4-6 weeks with torn tendon in left knee. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Eric Adams wins Democratic nomination for New York City mayor. Extra, new Succession trailer just dropped. Cuomo declares gun violence state of emergency. Everything you need to know about New York City's Hometown Heroes ticker tape parade. Summer Rising, NYC launches new expanded summer school program. New York City's libraries are reopening this month. Another week, another heat advisory, second round of hot weather coming. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Prioritizing menstrual health and hygiene during emergencies. Myanmar, from political crisis to multidimensional human rights catastrophe, Bachelet. UN appeals for resupply of aid and fuel in Tigray region. Sustainable Development Report shows devastating impact of COVID, ahead of critical new phase. Equitable distribution of vaccines, equipment only way out of pandemic, WHO chief. OHCHR voices deep concern over reported deaths of protesters in Kingdom of Eswatini. South Sudan, UNICEF warns of desperation and hopelessness for children 10 years after independence. Agroecology is the centerpiece of sustainable food systems. Why we need to build economies, not walls, to stop migration. Developing country solidarity needed to overcome pandemic. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Fauci-funded EcoHealth refuses to give Wuhan documents to Congress. U.S. military officials say they will quit the army if COVID vaccination is made mandatory. Biden tells Americans getting vaccinated is the most patriotic thing you can do. Google Force installs vaccine tracking, tracing on your phone. Kentucky Rep introduces bill to stop mandatory vaccines for military. Growing Saudi versus Emirates conflict may open the door for Moscow. Techno-feudalism is taking over. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Officials, storm lashing Florida strengthens into hurricane. Church piano player sneaks Jurassic Park theme into worship service. Recall, Tyson recalls 8.5 pounds of chicken. The Bill Gates depopulation through forced vaccination headline, explained. Did Paul Rudd prank Seth Rogen with a surprise massage? ESPN takes Nichols off NBA Finals duty after leaked comments. Bruce Springsteen's daughter makes Olympic equestrian team. Did Billy D. Williams prank Mark Hamill before they met British royalty? TikTok is down, videos temporarily unavailable. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Democrat makes misleading defund the police claim. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Tucker attacks Black Congresswoman, not smart enough for a real job. Ransomware hackers may be in over their heads, they may not even get paid. Pistol-packing ex-cop Eric Adams wins NYC mayoral primary by a hair. Dutch celebrity crime reporter Peter R. de Vries shot on Amsterdam Street. Matt Gaetz's wingman seeks sentencing delay to continue cooperating. Britney Spears' lawyer wants off her conservatorship case days after bombshell hearing, report. College athlete died hours after begging racist hospital for help. A married man and his surrogate had an affair, now they're in a wild custody fight. Clay Travis justifies fake outrage over U.S. women's soccer team, many totally think it's believable. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Men shot while attempting to rob marijuana dispensary. Australian mom dies after falling in clothing donation bin. Why it just got harder for Jacob deGrom to skip All-Star game. Chris Paul propels Suns 2-game 1 win over Bucks. Bryson DeChambeau Aaron Rodgers beat Phil Mickelson Tom Brady in the match. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Solar-powered moon rovers will help scientists seek lunar ice. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Elsa regains hurricane strength as it lashes Florida. Biden pushes COVID vaccinations as Delta variant fuels rise in infections. Elsa bears down on Florida with dangerous storm surge. Elsa gains strength ahead of making landfall. Biden aims to get more Americans vaccinated as Delta variant spreads. I am very concerned by Delta variant, expert says. Florida readies as tropical storm Elsa approaches. Pediatrician talks U.S. surge in contagious Delta variant. Tropical storm Elsa closing in on U.S. Exxon lobbyist said carbon tax is not going to happen. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Teen lifeguard attacked after telling people to stop drinking on Massachusetts beach, cops say. Florida woman found dead in Florida pond. Investigators believe an alligator attacked her. One man killed after crane falls in Philadelphia, another man injured. Vito Fossella pulls ahead in GOP Staten Island Borough President race as Matteo concedes. UK teen convicted of murdering two sisters to appease a demon. Los Angeles Police Department cop cleared in George Floyd Valentine investigation. Incumbent Donovan Richard holds paper-thin lead in the Democratic Queensboro president race. Eric Adams declared winner of NYC Democratic mayoral race. Vanessa Gibson holds lead in Bronx borough president race. Mark Levine's lead in Manhattan borough president race holds, Brad Hoylman concedes. The following headlines are from military.com. Pentagon eyes possible mandatory COVID-19 vaccine as FDA weighs approval. Naval Academy grad to report to NFL training camp after all. Pentagon cancels $10 billion JEDI contract with Microsoft, will restart bid process. Marine gets medal for thwarting knife attack on motel receptionist. Female vets in Congress decry proposal to disband Pentagon's advisory panel on women. Deployment warned Theodore Roosevelt to change home ports, get F-35 upgrade. U.S. military says withdrawal from Afghanistan 90% complete. Iran accuses Israel of June attack on civilian nuclear site. U.S. left Afghan airfield at night, didn't tell new commander. Iraqi militia commander vows to avenge deaths in U.S. strike. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Successful transgender activist overcame foster care, bigotry and bullying, her hope, to see a world not yet created. Man dies after being pulled from North Shore Channel in Chicago. Community unites with homeless people to fight their displacement from Avondale encampment ahead of citywide cleanups. President Joe Biden's stop Wednesday in Crystal Lake marks his first visit to Chicago area as president. Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown again takes swipe at court system as he addresses holiday weekend violence, but Chief Judge defends bail reform. The Spin, President Biden in Illinois tomorrow. Lightfoot plans to press pause on gun control. Top cop David Braun hits refrain, blames July 4th violence on courts. Man found guilty in 2014 murder of Niles North student sentenced to total of 56 years in prison. Iowa man charged after allegedly bringing rifle with laser sight into downtown Chicago hotel overlooking Ohio Street Beach. Illinois reports zero COVID-19 deaths for first time since start of pandemic. As schools prep for full reopening, Chicago Teachers Union wants a student vaccine goal met by October. The following headlines are from phys.org. Canine feces reveal more about 17th century working sled dogs. Schools in Barcelona create a map of the city's air pollution thanks to citizen science. Secret to weathering climate change lies at our feet. Personalized medicine for cats with heart disease. The evolution of vinegar flies is based on the variation of male sex pheromones. New model shows how our social networks could contribute to generating economic phenomena. Scientists warn on the harmful implications of losing indigenous and local knowledge systems. Relationship between chromosomal instability and senescence revealed in Drosophila. Satellite galaxies can continue forming stars when they pass close to their parent galaxies. Researchers achieve improved prediction of Indian monsoon onset using machine learning. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, July 7th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Standing next to your microwave isn't dangerous. Understanding how whales communicate. The fascinating science and miracle of cochlear implants, improving access in developing countries, part 2 of 2. The 13 best grain-free dog foods. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Alvarez hits 2 hours, drives in 5 runs as Astros beat A's 9-6. Paul Carey's Suns passed Giannis, Bucks in NBA Finals opener. Hicks' fourth homer in 4 games helps Rangers top Tigers 10-5. Argentina advances on penalties to Copa final against Brazil. Australia's largest city, Sydney, locks down for 3rd week. Jeff Bezos hits wealth record of $211 billion on Pentagon move. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. A's vs Astros, Oakland cannot hold 4-run lead, lose ugly in Houston. Person seriously injured by firework in Pacifica. Woman says Bay Area track coach groomed, had intercourse with her when she was high school junior. Searchers at collapsed sites not seeing anything positive. SF Giant still waiting for clarity on Buster Posey's status as he recovers from thumb injury. Adams wins Democratic primary in NYC mayor's race. 6 months after January 6, search is still on Capitol attackers. Letters, say the Bees high-speed rail no on recall not in elite. Spears court-appointed attorney petitions to resign. Drone attacks U.S. base at Erbil Airport in northern Iraq. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Samuel in M3, Britney Spears court-appointed attorney, resigns. Eric Adams apparent winner in New York mayor Democratic primary. Andy Kim donates suit worn for January 6 riot cleanup to Smithsonian. Republican National Committee denies hacking by Russians. FBI still on hunt for Capitol riot suspects. Tracy Stone Manning loses Dallas Safari Club support over Earth First ties. Newt Gingrich says U.S. support for Taiwan hinges on status quo. Pentagon declines to say if Japan would help defend Taiwan from China attack. Progressives raise pressure on moderate Democrats to back party line climate measure. Joe Biden immigration policies lose support from public. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Health officials warn historic addiction treatment funding burdened by federal bureaucracy. Meet the consulting firm that's staffing the Biden administration. Pentagon undercounts and ignores military sexual assault in Africa. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, July 7, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Developing new techniques to build biomaterials. Doctors warn against off-label use of new Alzheimer's drug for cerebral amyloid angiopathy. Sodium solid electrolyte combining high conductivity with electrochemical stability. Memory making involves extensive DNA breaking. Danish invention to make computer servers worldwide more climate-friendly. Aryl radical formation by aryl halide bond cleavage by an heterocyclic carbon a catalyst. 1 in 4 adults with depression or anxiety lack mental health support during pandemic. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 3 children, 3 adults hurt in loop crash. Rodden, bullpen help White Sox snap losing streak. Duckworth backs Valencia for Illinois Secretary of State, calling city clerk next generation leader. CPS principal, her 6-year-old daughter shot at July 4th party. Mama, why me and you only one get shot? President Biden to tout Rep. Lauren Underwood in Crystal Lake visit, tough Illinois turf for Democrats. 60-year-old man dies after pulled from water of North Shore Channel near Bryn Mawr. Cratering Cubs look, sound like a team that's close to the bitter end. New indoor track in Pullman's Gately Park will share space with After School Matters. 2-year-old killed after hit by father's SUV backing into garage in Oak Lawn, police. Supreme Court should listen and learn from Chicago's horrific weekend of gun violence. The next headlines are from the Times of India. How to test video streaming quality of internet connection. Top 10, the debate over legislative councils explained. Apple AirTag review, cute as a button, smart as a whip. 40 most value for money data plans from Jio, V and Airtel. Ex-Union Minister P. Rangarajan's wife murdered in Delhi. Rare pictures of last of legends Dilip Kumar. Live, tributes pour in for Dilip Kumar. BCCI, team and selectors not in sync over replacement opener. Tragedy King Dilip Kumar passes away at 98 after prolonged illness. Live, Dilip Kumarji will be remembered as a legend. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, July 7, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. I think COVID might have irreparably damaged our kids. Reagan-era rejects swing for the fences on no democracy. French Impressionism stars in the MFAH exhibit from Monet to Matisse. COVID-19 under community control in Greater Houston, but Delta variant and other questions remain. Everclear revisits a 90s Summerland Festival tour. The next headlines are about world records making news. Sydney McLaughlin dominates in 400 hurdles, breaking the world record at Olympic trials. Because of them we can. Team USA TF announces roster for 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. USA Track and Field. Who holds the 100 world record and Olympic record? The U.S. Sun. Stone family celebrates son's Great Pacific Row world record. A little bit of stone. Rolls-Royce taps Jaguar's I-Pace to support its electric airplane during world record attempt flight. Electric. David Popovasi blasts 47.56 100 free world junior record, number 4 worldwide this season. Swam. Video, Wisconsin dad breaks push-up world record to honor first responders. iHeartRadio. Big Jake, the world's tallest horse, dies age 20, Guinness World Records. Stacking M&Ms to beat a world record, CBS Pittsburgh. This sandcastle is now the Guinness World Record holder for tallest ever built, STLtoday.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. The Biden administration is ready to go to war over right to repair rules. Zack Snyder is turning his long-ago Star Wars pitch into a Netflix sci-fi epic. Report, Russian cyber spies recently hacked the Republican National Committee. Fast and Furious will be exclusive to Peacock. The Kingsman teaser reminds us that we still haven't seen this yet. Keystone XL pipeline developer wants $15 billion in taxpayer dollars. Being clean doesn't have to be bad for our immune system, scientists say. Man dares viral video viewers to come F King see me during hate speech rant, gets exactly that. Facebook subsea cables are the last thing Africa needs. Terminator 2's famous kitchen scene was more complicated than you thought. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Jarrah in Kuwait at 121.64 degrees Fahrenheit or 49.8 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Dome Sea in Antarctica at minus 93.64 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 69.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Delta variant slams Missouri's intensive care units fill and ventilators run low. Up to 1,500 businesses infected in one of the worst ransomware attacks ever. GameStop's summer sale is live with a number of good Switch and PS5 deals. Pentagon kills Microsoft's $10 billion Jedi Cloud contract, says tech is now outdated. NASA's helicopter on Mars just keeps flying and flying. Broadcom is a monopolist, FTC orders chipmaker to stop illegal tactics. No, open source Audacity audio editor is not spyware. Bitcoin power plant is turning a 12,000-year-old glacial lake into a hot tub. Microsoft Surface Duo falls even lower, now almost $1,000 off. Bentley has a new plug-in hybrid flying Spurset N on the way. The following headlines are from Raw Story. GOP leader deletes tweet attacking Biden for being soft on Russian hacking after Republican Party hacked. Kevin McCarthy ridiculed for claim Democrats should change their name if they're serious about racism. This MAGA rioting teacher left a trail of poorly spelled rage messages on the web, read them here. Insane and dumb Tucker Carlson shredded for rant about COVID being overhyped because most deaths were old people. Mike Lindell made an insane election conspiracy diagram that has to be seen to be believed. GOP has virtually no chance of winning in 2024 that follows Trump down election conspiracy rabbit hole, McConnell advisor. Marjorie Taylor Greene's vow to stop comparing vaccine advocates to Nazis lasts less than a month. CNN reporter baffled after angry mom says critical race theory will allow Antifa kid to beat her children. Trump is going to sue Twitter and Facebook for banning him, Nitz Haberman. Unearthed video reveals GOP's Ron Johnson's profane and conspiratorial rant at GOP lunch. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The pandemic turned my neighbors into friends. The pandemic made science more accessible than ever. Let's keep it that way. Bring back the public restrooms. Telehealth should be here to stay. COVID made us all buttholes. Will we ever recover? Voting by mail should be here to stay. The pandemic proved we don't need bail. Public transit is a public good. It's time to fund it that way. Is this Peter Thiel-backed startup trying to monopolize the astral plane? What the pandemic has given us, the good, the bad, and the stupid. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. UFO report, do aliens exist? Most Americans say yes, Fast Company. 8 of Jodie Foster's greatest performances, so far, Vogue. Horoscopes 7/7 dailyhistorian.com, Daily Historian. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Neural encoding of vocalic sounds in newborns, The Hearing Journal, LWW Journals. 22 blood plasma lipid found to be associated with lower symptom improvement in schizophrenia, News Medical Net. Lipidomics research provides clues for drug resistance in schizophrenia, Uric Alert. Scientists ID 2 brain cells likely involved in nerve cell repair, multiple sclerosis News Today. Aptinics to participate in Cowan Psychedelics and Novel Mechanisms in Neuropsychiatry Summit, Yahoo Finance. How virtual reality unveiled a unique brainwave that could boost learning, Singularity Hub. Landmark study shows 1 dose of psilocybin induces new neural connections, New Atlas. Cerebral ischemic stroke cerebroprotein hydrolysate INDT, Dove Medical Press. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, July 7, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.